Members of the Australian Army's training team are serving in many areas of Vietnam. We came across Warrant Officer John Hartman in the province of Vinh Binh in the Mekong Delta. Sergeant Major Hartman's family are living in Salisbury, Queensland.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say Merry Christmas, Mum and Dad. I sure would like to be with you both, and I'm sure you'd like to be with me also, Harpo, and having a few beers. I'd like to also pass on the best for Christmas to Lorraine and family, and any other of our good friends there in Brisbane. And I hope to see you in the near future, so have a good time for Christmas and New Year, Mum and Dad. Goodbye.
Many of our Victorian viewers will be familiar with ex-St Kilda footballer Alan Stretton. Today, as Colonel Alan Stretton, he's Chief of Staff of the headquarters of the Australian Forces in Vietnam.
On this Christmas Day, my thoughts will be, of course, back at home in Australia, and I think that could be said for every soldier here in Vietnam. I'd like to say a word to the mums and the dads and the older generation. Some of you may have some doubts about the younger generation at times. If you could have seen what I've seen here during the past year, to see these young Australians performing and representing you up here, you would be as proud of them as I have been. I can assure you that while Australia can produce young Australians that can act as ambassadors in this country, as they have done in the past year, we need have no fears about the future. I would like to, especially this morning, say that I'll be thinking of my own wife and family who are holidaying down at Bateman's Bay, and thinking of the wonderful times we've had down there over recent years. And I'm also thinking of my own mother at Elwood in Victoria, and I know that she'll be at a big family reunion today, and I'm just sorry that I can't be there. That's all I have to say. A happy Christmas to everybody.
One of the more notable landmarks around Saigon is the Catholic Cathedral located in Kennedy Square. It has become familiar to many Australians. Corporal Nevill Aldred's wife and 6 children are waiting for him in Capella in Queensland.
Well, hi, darling. Fancy running into you here. All my love for Christmas, darling, and I am thinking of you, believe you me. And same for you boys. I can just about see through the TV now and visualise you all sitting around there, and I hope you have a very happy day. And if I can steal the line from one of Bing Crosby's old number, I'll be with you even though it is only in my dreams. But believe me, boys, Stan, I'll be thinking of you, and it won't be very long now. So have a good time, think of me, drink a toast to me, and I'll drink one to you up here. And as God only knows, it won't be long now.
And Signalman John Newman is sending a message to his mother at Annerley.
G'day, Mum, Dad, Jeff, Bruce, Judith, Ross, and Scott. I think I got you all. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and enjoyable day. I'll be thinking of you all over here. See ya.
One of the few places around Saigon that has retained something of its pre-war beauty is the Botanical Gardens. We came across Major Lovegrove seeing the sights. Major Lovegrove's family are spending Christmas at Darra in Queensland.
Hello, Jan, Susan, Peter, Graham. I hope you had a fine trip from Canberra to Brisbane and that you're enjoying Christmas with your grandfolk. It's very unfortunate that I can't be with you today, but as you realise, we'll be there next year. I hope you have a successful, happy Christmas and a fine trip back to Canberra. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
I hope you're watching Mrs. Francis Pitts of Stafford, Queensland, because that number 8 boot belongs to your husband, Sergeant Victor Pitts.
Hello, friend. Maybe I'll have to clean my own boots at home, but that's where I'd rather be, I think. It won't be long now, but before I am home. Hope you're enjoying a Merry Christmas. The same to you too, Leanne, Colin, and Danny. I suppose by now you've got the stuff that I sent home to you, so hope you like it.
In the Botanical Gardens in Saigon is a small but well-stocked zoo. This big fellow here, you give him a bit of sugar cane, he'll follow you anywhere. Now, this is Private Karl Staisch, who comes from Shorncliffe in Brisbane.
Hi, Dad. Merry Christmas. Hope you're enjoying your Christmas and Boxing Day at home. I'd like to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all my friends, especially the Spilstead family.
From Townsville.
Hi, Dad. I'd like to extend to you the very best of Christmas greetings. Also to Neil, Colin, Darrell, Diane, Kevin, brother Graham, wife Jean, nephew and niece Glenn and Kelly.
This is Sapper John Smith, whose wife Diane and small son are waiting for him in Warwick, Queensland.
How are you going, Diane? Everything's all right over here? How's the young fella? I hope he's all right. Thanks for the cards. And have a good Christmas and New Year. And I'll be seeing you in April.
A game of table tennis is a pleasant way to spend an off-duty Sunday morning here at the Other Ranks Billets in Saigon. This is Lance Corporal Raymond McLeod, whose wife Denise and son Darren are waiting for him in Enoggera.
Hi, Denise, hope the little bloke's watching. I'd like to say, wish Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you both. And hope you're both looking after yourselves all in. And I'd like to say hello to both families on both sides. And hope you all have a good dinner. And to Mac, me mate. And I'll see you all when I get home.
Commanding the 1st Australian Task Force from his headquarters here at Nieuwe-Dat is Brigadier S.P. Weir. Brigadier Weir's family are living in Canberra.
As commander of this force of 5,000 men, I'm delighted to be able to bring you a Christmas greeting from our operational area. You will hear from some of the men of this force, but for those you don't hear from, I'd like to assure the relatives and friends and all the people of Australia that we have made this a memorable day, as memorable as we've been able to here with the help of all the organisations in Australia that have supported us. I'd like particularly to convey a greeting to my wife and son, who are both in Canberra at this moment, and wish them a very happy Christmas indeed.
This is one of the gun positions of the 105 Field Battery here at Nieuwe-Dat. 105 Field Battery was the first to see service here in Vietnam, and it's now back on its second tour. Gunner Bruce Young is a member of this crew. His mother lives at North Bundaberg in Queensland.
Hi, Mum. Hi, Bob. It's a long way from you, but I hope you're all well, and I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. And the same goes to all the other people that I know, and I just hope you enjoy yourself.
Sergeant Brian Edwards is from North Stafford.
G'day, Pet. Hope you have a pretty good Christmas. Give my love to Mum, Cheryl and John and the kids, and I'll see you sometime next year.
And Gunner Just Bombardier Ted Saunders is from Southport.
Merry Christmas, Jane, Shane, Sue and Shelley and Lee, and if Harley and Sue are there, Merry Christmas for them too. I'll see you all again next year, I hope.
And Gunner Jeff Spencer here is from Newmarket.
Hi, Mum, Dad, kids. Hope you have a Merry Christmas, and same to my fiancée, Karl.
The battery captain of 105 Field Battery is Captain Greg West, and he has a wife, Joan, and 3 young children waiting for him in Everton Park.
What a wonderful surprise this is, darling, to be able to speak to you on Christmas afternoon. I want to send you my very, very best for this day of Christmas, and I only wish that I could be with you and the family. As you know, this is the first Christmas we've been away, and I miss you terribly. Give my best and a big hug and a kiss to Malcolm, to Gordon, and especially Julie. I'd also like to send Christmas greetings to all those members of the battery that have been returned to Australia in the last 9 months, especially those wounded in action. All the very best, lads.
The ammunition for the guns comes in specially constructed crates, each containing 2 rounds. The members of this working party are Bombardier Wally Conway of Darra.
I'd like to wish a Merry Christmas to Mum, Dad, Sylvia, Joe, Nina, and Greg, and of course all the fellas from work and round home. I'd like them all to have a beer for Christmas, as I'm not at home at the moment. Mum, Dad, I'll be home sometime in the new year.
Lance Bombardier Peter Rye's wife Ruth, his 2 boys and 2 young girls are waiting for him in Capella in Queensland.
Merry Christmas, Ruth. Also for Raymond, Suzanne, Andrew and Jennifer. Sorry I can't be with you this Christmas, but I'll make sure of it next Christmas.
And Gunner Bill McAuliffe is from Enoggera.
I'd like to send Christmas greetings home to my family, friends throughout Queensland, and hoping you all have the Merry Christmas and the Happy New Year.
Sergeant Nevill Galbraith's wife Karl and his baby daughter are waiting for him at Capella.
I'd like to wish Merry Christmas to Karl and little Rebecca, and also to Mum and her sisters, and one especially for Karl. Take care of Miss World for me.
And Private Eddie Farrington here also has a wife Daphne, a boy 13, and he's also got a son in the army. He comes from Oxley.
Yes, and I'd like to wish Daph and Brian a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you next year, my love.
With temperatures in the high 90s and the humidity to match, working under these conditions is thirsty business. This young man is Private Dale Sales from Atherton, Queensland.
I would like to say hello to Mum, Rachel and Dion, and wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and be home soon.
Private Ken Duffy is from Ormiston.
I'd like to say hello to Mum, Dad, Peter and all the rest of the folks at home, and wish them a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and thanks for all the passes and that.
Delta Company of the 6th Battalion Royal Australian Regiment are integrated with one of the Arvin battalions here in the Fuktuhi province. They're engaged on a program of combined operations and training. Lance Corporal Graham Rutherford is from Nundar in Queensland.
Hi Mum, how are you? I bet you're surprised to see me. Thanks for the letters and parcels you've been sending me. Thanks too for Malcolm and Laurie and Gail for the letters you've been sending me. It's pretty hot out here at the moment, but I'm looking forward to coming home to see you again very shortly.
And his mate is Private Tim Broad from Bargara.
Hi Mum and Dad, I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and also down in South Australia to my brother Dave and Joanne and Debbie, and special hello to Doreen. Thank you.
This is one of the mortar positions of the 6th Battalion Royal Australian Regiment here on Fire Support Base Discovery. One of the members of this crew is Private Mick McCauley. His wife Annette and two children are waiting for him at Innisfail.
I'd like to send Christmas greetings to the missus and kids and everybody else at home.
Private Des Underwood is from Toowoomba.
I'd like to send the very best of Christmas greetings to Mum, Dad, everyone at home. Hope you're having a good time. Everything's okay?
Sergeant Stu Smurden comes from Townsville. He has a wife, Barbara, and 2 boys and 1 girl, isn't it, Stu?
Yes, sir. G'day, love. Bob, Sue, Andy, Debbie. Hope you're having a good Christmas. I'll be there for the next one, and it'll be a lot better, I can assure you. All the best. I'm fine.
Corporal Peter Kent comes from Townsville. His wife, Karl, is waiting for him in Vincent, Queensland.
Hey, Karl. I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'll be home not long after Christmas for my R&R, and I'll see you then. I've been getting plenty of mail from you. Just say again, we'll see you in January. Merry Christmas.
Lance Corporal Graham Mason's wife, Lorraine, is waiting for him in Townsville, but he's also sending a message to his mother in Ferryden Park, South Australia.
Hello, Mum, Dad, and Margaret. I'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Sorry I can't be home with you, but I'll see you when I come home next year. I'd also like to say hello to my darling wife, Lorraine, in Townsville.
Armoured personnel carriers of B Squadron 3 Cav are in support of the 6th Battalion on this operation. The driver of this vehicle is Trooper James Canuto. He comes from Cairns.
Oh, hi there, Dad. That's the family home. Not too bad up here now in the dry season. I hope to see you all when I come home next year. And in the meantime, keep up the good work and writing those letters.
And that fellow up there behind the 50 caliber machine gun is Trooper Michael McManam, and he comes from Petrie Terrace.
Hi, Mum. How's everything at home? I hope the kids are all right. How's sister's kids, Pat's kids getting on? Hope they're all well. Keep the letters coming in, and I'll be home soon to see you.
Here in Vietnam, it's the little things that mean a lot, like a nice cool drink of water when you can get your hands on it. Gunner Thomas Blacker is from Albion.
Well, I'd like to say hello to my wife, Jill. Wish her a happy Christmas and a happy New Year. And I'll be home soon, darling. And looking forward to it very much. I'd like to say hello to Mum and Dad, and Di, brother Mel, friends Ross and Kay, and Bernie and Kerry, all the friends from the main football club.
His mate, Gunner Gregory Fletcher, is from the Stanthorpe.
Hi, Mum, Kev, Rita and kids, Mark, Ronnie and Tanner, and Uncle, and Shireen, if you see it down in Sydney. I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and look after yourselves.
The 6th Battalion is usually referred to as the Anzac Battalion. It is commanded by Lieutenant-Colonel David Butler, who comes from South Perth.
My message is directed to the families and loved ones and friends of the 6th Battalion in both Australia and New Zealand. Whilst we're a long way away from one another physically, on this most special of family days, I can assure you that the thoughts of all of us are very much with you. We're very conscious of the difficulties that our separations have made for all of you. The way everyone is managed at home is a source of unfailing strength to all of us. At the same time, I'd like you to feel very proud, as I am, of the men of this battalion who have done everything that has been asked of them, and a lot more, and have proved themselves to be without peer in this country or in any other. I would also, on behalf of the battalion, like to thank the very many philanthropic organisations which have done so much to make our stay a much more pleasant and comfortable one in this country. I think particularly of the Forces Overseas Fund and the Surface Paradise Rotary, who have done so much for the convalescence of the wounded of the battalion. And to the special friends of the battalion in Townsville, who have gone out of their way to look after us while we have been over here. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Ever since the Australian Task Force has been committed to operations here in the Fukui province, tracker dogs have played an important role. These two, Tiber on the left and Justin on the right, have both got remarkable records. Private Jeff Hodgson here is from Dalby in Queensland.
Well, hello, Mum, Dad. Merry Christmas to you all. Hope you're having a good time back there. Got a bit of rain at last. Seems like the rain over here's let up at last. Things are getting pretty dry. Got our harvest coming up pretty soon here. Hope your harvest goes well at home. So long, folks. Merry Christmas.
Lance Corporal Brian McKeon here is also from Dalby.
I'd like to say Merry Christmas to my wife, Sunshine Leanne. Hope you're having a very Merry Christmas. I hope to do the same thing here. She'll soon be home to see us off.
These two young men come from Queensland, and for any of our canine friends looking in, the dog comes from Ingleburn. Private Dean Dodson here comes from South Gladstone. He's the son of Mr. Jim Dodson of the Arcana Motel.
G'day, Mum and Dad. Hope you have a good Christmas dinner. I hope you're down soon in February. So keep a few beers on the fridge for us, Dad. See you soon.
Corporal Jeff Nichols is from Cairns.
Hello, Mum, Dad, Jack. Hope you're having a Merry Christmas back there. We're having a pretty good time here. I hope to see you in January sometime, or February maybe. And I'd like to say Merry Christmas to my dolly out at West Cairns, Suzanne, and also her mother and father too. Thank you.
This group of soldiers are from the 5th Battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment, here in Fukui Province. This is Private Doug McKellar of Inala East.
Hi, Mum, Dad, Sherelle, Bill, Dennis and Ross. How are you all going? Hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I should be home early next year, so I'll see you then.
His mate here is Private Owen Smith from Cunnamulla.
Hello, Grandma. Hope you're all having a very enjoyable Christmas over there. And Christine, if she's there with you. And send my regards to Mum and Dad next time you see them or when they come down. Hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
When these men of the 5th Battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment, move out on operations, they carry with them anywhere between 80 to 100 pounds of gear. And under these climatic conditions, that's a lot of weight. Private Eddie Archibald here is from Inglewood.
Hello, Mum, Dad, everyone else that I know. I hope you're having a Merry Christmas. I hope you have a Happy New Year too. So I'll see you soon. Okay.
His mate, Private Tony Burr, is from Gladstone.
Hi, Mum. Hi, Dad. Hope to see you soon. Hope you're having a Merry Christmas. And all the best.
Private Tony Van Sluwen's wife, Muriel, is living at Barton in Queensland.
Hello, Muriel, Mum, Dad, and all the other relations. I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Hope you're having a few beers for me and keep a few colds for me. That's about all for now. See you soon. Man, to my mate Matt.
And Private Gary Mattia here is from Lota.
I'd like to say good day to Mum and Dad, Lynn and Marg, and all the other relations. And hope you've got a few on the ice when I get home. Should be home in a couple of months, and hope you have a good Christmas.
Returning from reconnaissance in the field is Lieutenant-Colonel Colin Khan, the commanding officer of the 5th Battalion Royal Australian Regiment. His wife and family live in the Sydney suburb of Woollahra.
First of all, on behalf of all ranks of the 5th Battalion, I would like to send our best wishes to the relatives of those members of our battalion who became casualties during this part of the year in South Vietnam. We think of you frequently, and in particular at this time of the year. To all of those members of the battalion who went home for various reasons, national servicemen on discharge, wounded personnel and others who have been reposted, we send you our best wishes and my personal thanks for the tremendous job you did for the battalion up here during this year. I would remind the Zeke Mundines, the Bob McNultys, and the Harry Moyles to make sure that you are down on the wharf to meet us when we come back next year. To the families of those 700 to 800 members of the battalion who did not have this opportunity of sending you a personal message, may I, on their behalf, wish all the relatives a very happy Christmas, and to offer you my personal thanks for the manner in which you have looked after my men in sending mail as frequently as you do. We treat mail as important as ammunition. I would like to send best wishes on behalf of all members of the Tigers to those numerous civilian organizations at home that do so much for us. In particular, to the Surface Paradise Rotary Club Wounded Servicemen Scheme. To Ken Bromley and all others connected with the scheme, we send you our heartfelt thanks and best wishes for Christmas. And finally, may I send my love and best wishes to my wife, Pat, and my children, Nicholas, Susan, Sally, and Jeffrey.
This group of soldiers are Royal Australian Electrical and Mechanical Engineers. Normally they're engaged on repairing and maintaining the aircraft of 161 reconnaissance flight here in Vietnam. But they also, in their spare time, built this racy-looking go-kart. Parson Barry Rollerson comes from Wodonga, but he wants to send a special message to his girlfriend, Kerry Bowen, in Redlands Road, Mount Gravatt, Queensland.
Hi, Kerry. Merry Christmas. I'd like to thank you for the good time that I had when I was home on R&R. It was really great. You don't know how much I really enjoyed the actual time that we had. I don't know whether you enjoyed it yourself, but I thought it was great. I'd also like to wish my mother a Merry Christmas, and I hope to be home soon, Mum, so just look out for me. I'll just pop in the front door and I'll be there.
Corporal Robert DeGunt is from Rosalie in Queensland.
I just wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Jan. I hope everything goes well when you go to the hospital at the beginning of January to have our baby boy. We're glad to get home in April. Good. That all.
Carson Wayne Maudsley is from Red Hill in Queensland.
Darrell, I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas and the best of New Year's. Sorry I can't be home with you. Everything is going okay over here. I hope to be home early March.
And Craftsman John Bale is from Eckerbin.
Hi, Mum and everyone else. Hope all the boys are okay and you're all well. Wish I was with you, but let's say, I'd like to say hello to Irene and her family. I hope you're all well too and getting along okay.
After 600 hours in the air, this aircraft is completely pulled down, reserviced, and the engine changed. Back in Australia, this job takes 4 days. Up here, with the crew working round the clock, 24 hours. Sergeant Robert Coker here is in charge of this crew. He comes from Ipswich.
What to say, happy Christmas, wife Brenda, 5 kiddies, Christine, Alan, Terry, Darren and Sandra. Hope they're being good for Mum, and don't be worried, I'll be home about February.
Private John Stokely here is from Toowoomba.
I'd like to say Merry Christmas to Mum and Dad, Sister Judy, brother-in-law John, and to a special girl, Dell. Send my love to you all, and I should be back home in about 4 months' time.
Sergeant Tom Jobling here is from Wakehall in Queensland. He's in charge of the engine maintenance here at 161.
Hello, sweetheart. Julianne, Lisa, Christopher. I'd like to spend a couple of minutes to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'll see you in 99 the Wakey.
And this is Private Vic Schumack from Ipswich.
Hi, Ross. This is wishing you a Merry Christmas, and I'll be home very shortly.
One of the tasks of the armoured personnel carriers is to transport infantry soldiers into action. Gunner John King here is from Norman Park.
Hi, Mum, Dad, Maureen, John and the kids. I hope you're having a good time there at home, as we are over here at the time. I'll be looking forward to seeing you early in the new year. I would like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and that's all.
This is Gunner Zane Johnson. He comes from Brighton in Queensland.
All the family at home have a good Christmas and a prosperous New Year. That's about it.
And Lance Corporal Robert Callaghan is from Alderley.
Hello, Mum and Dad, and all the family. I hope you're having a good time there today. I'd like to wish you all the best for Christmas, and I'll be joining you pretty soon after the New Year, and at the moment I'll be on R&R pretty soon. But that's now. Thanks. See you later.
Dust-off helicopters are available 24 hours a day here in Newman to evacuate casualties. This one is on standby at the 8th Field Ambulance. This is Private Kelvin Foreman of Zilmere.
Well, hello, Len. I hope you're having a good Christmas day. Thanks for a good time on R&R, and I should be home pretty soon, so get the grog ready.
Lance Corporal Robert Gill here is from Boondall.
Hello, Mum and Dad. Thought I'd say Merry Christmas to the rest of the family, and I'll see us all in January sometime.
And Private Joe Savage here is from Kedron.
Hi, Mum, Joe, all my friends. Hope you're having a very happy day. Be home soon. All the best.
Members of the Special Air Service Squadron operating with the task force here in Newman take every opportunity they can get to relax between operations. This is Private Jim Byrne, who's sending a message to his fiancée in Zilmere, Queensland.
Hello, darling. How are you going? Hope you had a lovely Christmas dinner. I bet you didn't have any for me, like this. Hope you're sitting down nice and comfortable in your chair. I don't think you expected to see me on television. It's a bit of a surprise to me, really, and I am quite nervous. But anyway, hope you had a lovely dinner, and look after yourself, won't you?
Signalman Les Angel from Highgate Hill.
Well, hiya, Mum. It's a big surprise to me also, and I bet it's a big surprise to you. I can just imagine you're all sitting there now in the chairs, watching the TV. And I just wish you a Merry Christmas, and hope you really enjoy yourself, and should see you early in the next year.
At the Australian canteen here at Newman, you can buy anything from a toothbrush right up to and including a tape recorder, and that's exactly what these fellows have been doing. Sapper Paul Smith here is from Garoo in Queensland.
Hi, Mum and Dad, and everyone at home. You can see from my letters that I'm having a great time over here. I wish everyone at home a Merry Christmas, and hope everything's fine. It's great.
Bombardier Keith Douglas John comes from Stafford Heights.
I love, well, as you can see, we're sitting here at the moment. Ray's not here at the moment, he'll be up to the unit. I'll just say hello for him, wish you a Merry Christmas, and send all my love. Hope you have a Happy Christmas. I don't think I'll have one here, but that's beside the point.
Private Ron Briez here is from Nundar.
Hey, Mum, Dad, how's the family? Hope everyone's well over there. Just want to send you regards for Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's not too bad over here. Having a great time. See you later.
This little oasis is in the plaza of the community centre here at Newman. The community centre contains a snack bar, a projection room, a billiard room, a hobby centre and various other amenities. It's a favourite place for soldiers to relax in their off-duty hours. Corporal Murray Stuart here is from Ipswich, Queensland.
Howdy folks, hope you're enjoying yourselves. I hope you've had a good trip. Well, I'm having a bit of a bludge here at the moment, doing, just running around, having a regular ball. And I hope that you all have a Merry Christmas. And Dad, make sure that you have those 2 beers cold for me when I come home at New Year.
This is Sapper Graham Ferdinand of Toowoomba.
Hello back home there. I'd just like to say Merry Christmas to my wife, Sandy, parents, Mum and Dad, Beverly, Cheryl, Jenny, and the grandparents, and also my wife's parents. Merry Christmas once again.
Private Keith Wallace here is from Taringa.
Hello, Mum, Dad, Eleanor, and all the kids. To the Kerrs too, I hope you're having the traditional cricket match on New Year's Day, and you all have a Merry Christmas, and I'll be home in the New Year.
The 1st Australian Civil Affairs Unit here in Vietnam are engaged in a number of projects to assist the local government. In this particular case, they're building a rice warehouse in the capital city of Darra in the Phuoc Tuy province. Captain David Noble is the engineer in charge of all civic action projects. He comes from Geebung in Queensland.
G'day, Jenny. Hello, how are you? Hello, little Tom. By gee, you look like a good boy. And how are you, Mum and Dad in Adelaide? I hope you're having a very good Christmas. I wish I were with you. And Mum and Dad Mac and all the relations, all the best to you. This is a challenging and rewarding job here, but it doesn't nearly compensate for the fact of not being with you. And so all the best in this season. I'll be thinking of you.
He's ably assisted by Sergeant Gerald Matthews from Stafford in Queensland.
Hello there, Warren, Gary. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you and my many friends in Queensland a very happy Christmas. I'm enjoying myself here. I hope you are. And I look forward to seeing you in early February.
Private Pat Shears here comes from Chelmer.
Hi, Mum and family. How's everything going at home? G'day, Anne and Jane in the convent. How are you blokes going out west, up around Julia Creek?
And Triple S Jones is from Cooper's Plains.
Hi, Mum. Well, how's everything going over there? Hope you're having a Merry Christmas. And hi, Lynn, how are you? Hope you're having a Merry Christmas too. I'll see you in March.
This is Van Kiep. It's a training centre for South Vietnamese troops just outside Darra, but it's also the base for a number of Australian troops that work close to the Vietnamese. These are members of the Australian Army Training Team, the famous Australian Army Training Team, and the lesser-known Mobile Advisory Teams. Private Gordon Wilson here is a member of the 1st Training and Liaison Unit, and he comes from Townsville.
Hello, young mother. Happy Christmas. Thanks for all the goodies that you sent over. Really appreciate it. You've no idea. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Signalman Ray Kreiderman is from Woombi.
Happy Christmas, Mum and Dad, and all the folks at home. Also, a very special happy Christmas to my fiancée, Lorraine, and be home with you early next year, darling.
Corporal Robert Kelly is a medical orderly with the Civic Affairs Unit. He's working here in the village of Long High. He comes from Annerley in Queensland.
Hello, my darling. How's my little girl today? I am sorry I cannot be with you at Christmas time, but better luck next time. I send you my best wishes for Christmas. I hope you start the new year off as well as I will, and I hope to see you next June.
Because of Viet Cong activity, medical care for the villagers of the South Vietnam has been denied them. Since the Australian task force came into the theatre, the Australian doctors from the Civic Action Civil Affairs Unit of the Australian Army have been taking care of this vital need. This is Major Robin Harvey, a medical officer with the 1st Australian Civic Action Team in Phuoc Tuy Province.
On this day, 1969, I'd like to send best wishes to all my friends in Queensland, particularly my relations and those who are thinking of me in this happy period. On this day, I would also like you to bear in mind some of the less fortunate people in the world today, particularly here in Southeast Asia, who need your help so badly.
Under construction here at Vung Tau is the latest amenity for the troops serving in Vietnam. To be known as the Kevin Wheatley Stadium,
It will be named after Warrant Officer Kevin Wheatley Victoria Cross. It will contain a fully equipped gymnasium cum indoor theatre, as well as facilities for basketball, squash and outdoor tennis. The funds are being provided by the Australian Sportsman's Appeal, but the know-how, the muscle and the sweat is being given by the 17th Construction Squadron Royal Australian Engineers. Craftsman David Chalk here has a wife Pam and a little baby boy he hasn't even seen, waiting for him in Emerald in Queensland.
Hi Pam, hi Shane, hi Mum, Dad, kids. Merry Christmas to you all. Keep it cold for me, Dad. That's it.
And this is Sapper Don Goldman from Udlow in Queensland.
Howdy, Mum and Dad and kids. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Sorry I won't be home for Christmas, but we'll be able to make up for it next time. Cheerio.
Craftsman Ray Fountain here is for Ipswich.
Hi, Mum, Dad. Merry Christmas to you and the kids. Thanks for all the mail and that you've been sending to me. Very much appreciated.
And this is Sapper Tony Taylor from Banya.
Hi, Mum and Dad, Jill, Lindsay, all the folks back there. Hope you're having a good Christmas day. I'll see you soon, about 30 days. So look after yourself. Keep it cold on the fridge when I get home. Have a good day.
3 years ago, when Australian troops moved into this area near Vung Tau, it was just a series of sandhills. Today, after lots of hard work, the men serving with the logistics support group here have most modern amenities, including, in fact, washing machines. This is Lance Corporal Ron Morton from Balimba. Would you believe his mates call him Tex?
Hello, Mum and Dad, Rich and Beast. I'd just like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll see you home there in about just under 190 days. I'd like to just once again wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Keep up the good work with the mail. Thank you.
Corporal Paul Coman here is saying hello to his wife Denise in Ipswich.
G'day Denise, Mum and Dad, Nick, Claire and Glenn, Lenore and Brian, Joe, Jer and kids, Stan and Mrs. Leash and the family at the farm. I'd just like to take this opportunity to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and keep up the work with the parcels. It's real good.
Sigelman Noel Watson has his wife, Gloria, and 3 small children waiting for him in Capella.
Hello, Gloria. James, Glenn and Leanne. I hope you're all enjoying your Christmas as much as I am. And to all the people that have been helping my wife while I'm away, thanks a lot, and I hope you're all having a Merry Christmas too. I'll see you soon.
And this is Sigelman Dick Moffat of Oxford Park.
Hi, Mum and Dad. Hi, brothers and sisters. Especially to my big sister, Caroline. Still won't be there for your wedding. Can't be helped. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Royal Australian Electrical and Mechanical Engineers are renowned for being able to fix anything from a stopwatch to a Centurion tank. This is part of the machine shop of 102 Field Workshops here at Vung Tau. Craftsman Bob Bailey here has his wife Beverly waiting for him in Mount Gravatt.
Hi, Toots. And Mum and Dad. Hope you're all well at home. Hope you're not drinking all that beer in the fridge you got there either. I'll be looking forward to it just before after Christmas.
Craftsman Ray Hearn here is from Pittsworth.
Hi, Mum, Dad, Laurel, Nana, everyone at home. Merry Christmas to you all. Hi, Eleanor. Merry Christmas. Don't drink all the grog.
And Private Harry Anderson here has a wife and 2 young daughters waiting for him at Stafford Heights.
Hi, love. Diane, Darren. Just like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Corporal Rick Stokes here will be sending a message to his wife Lynn in Stafford Heights.
Lynn, darling, I knew I'd make it home for your Christmas somehow, in some way. I wish you a Merry Christmas and all the best for the New Year.
Craftsman Des George here after a special message from Miss Helen Mora in Toowoomba, Queensland.
Hello, Helen, Mum and Dad. Wish you all the best for Christmas. Sorry I can't get home for it. I'll be home soon. All the best.
Lance Corporal Bill Kokiainen's wife Margaret is waiting for him in Tully.
Hello, darling, Mum and Dad, kids. Hope you're all having a Merry Christmas. Hope you're having a beer for me, Dad. I'll be home shortly and we'll all have a good time together.
Craftsman Barry Spilsbury here is from Binder.
Hello, Mum, Dad, Gran. Hope you're still sober, Dad. Knew I'd get home with you for Christmas somehow. Hello, Bev, fiancé in Cairns. Stick with her, love, won't be long. We'll be together again. Don't forget to keep that wedding arrangement rolling.
Corporal Mick Heffernan's wife Pam and his baby daughter Patricia are waiting for him in Ipswich.
Hello, Pam, Patricia, and right my right mum too. Wish you all Merry Christmas, and it won't be long before I'll be back home for you again. I'll see you when I get home.
After many months of operations in Vietnam, this tank is being returned to Australia for a complete rebuild. According to quarantine regulations, however, it's got to be completely cleaned of every vestige of mud and dirt before its re-entry into Australia. It's one of the jobs that are undertaken here by the 2nd Advanced Ordnance Depot at Vung Tau. Lieutenant Robert Carson here is from Toowoomba. He's got a rather special message, I think, from Miss Sandra Smith.
Hello, darling. Hello, Mum, Dad, and girls. I hope you've had a tremendous Christmas today. I haven't been doing too bad up here at all. To all of my friends in Toowoomba, plus here, I'd like just to say Merry Christmas and all the best for a Happy New Year.
Warrant Officer Ron Shepherd here is from Enoggera. He has a wife, Muriel, and 5 children waiting for him there in Enoggera.
Hello, love. How are you going? I hope your Christmas is as good as what we're having up here. To all the kids, look after yourself and tell young Peter to lay off the sweets. Happy Christmas and a Merry New Year to you.
Corporal John Anderson here is from Margaret Beach.
I'd just like to wish Mum and Dad and my brothers Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Things aren't too badly up here. I'm reasonably well, possibly put on a bit of weight, and we'll see you next February.
Corporal Rod Armstrong's wife Evelyn and his baby daughter Susan are waiting for him in Capella.
All right, honey. Everything's well. Not much doing over here. Getting short, though. I'll be honest, sir. Merry Christmas. See you later.
Private Graham Crowhurst here is from Toowoomba.
Hi there, everyone. I hope you're having a good Christmas and New Year. It's pretty easy up here. I hope you have a good time. That's about all from here.
This is Lance Corporal Paul Nestler. His wife Susan and baby daughter Penelope are also living in Toowoomba.
I just want to say Merry Christmas and hope you're having a good time. And just take good care of that little daughter of ours. And I'm sure we'll be home pretty soon. Cool.
And this is Corporal Brian Skian. He's from Warwick.
Well, hi there, folks. Happy Christmas. I hope you enjoyed your meal. And thanks for all the papers and everything that you sent over. And I'll say hello to everyone for me. I should see you around February, I hope. Thanks, mate.
An average of 95 tons of fresh foodstuffs per day pass through this depot at Vung Tau. It is the supply depot of the 5th Company RAASC. At the moment, the lads are loading eggs. Some 1,500 dozen are on their way up to the fighting soldiers at Nieuwedat. This represents a supply for 3 days. This is Corporal Laurie Ballinger. His wife Shirley and his 2-year-old son Robert are waiting for him at Enoggera.
Hi, sweetheart, and little man Robbie. I hope you're both well. I'm pretty good myself. I hope you had a lovely Christmas and a good year. I hope to see you shortly after New Year. Thanks very much for the mail, and hope you're really enjoying yourself.
Private David Horn's wife Judith is waiting for him in Cooper's Plains.
Hello, Jude, Mum and Dad. How are you all? Hope you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Won't be long before I'm home. Thanks for the mail. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Craftsman Bill Johnson here is from Kedron.
Hello, Auntie and Uncle. It's good to be able to talk to you like this. Hope you've all had a good Christmas dinner and enjoying a couple of beers afterwards. I wish I was there with you. I'd like to say hello to David Rattell. Hope he's out of hospital by the time I get home.
And this is Private Murray Barnes from Sandgate.
Hello, Nan, and all the kids at home. Hope you're all having a good time and hope to have a good trip up to Darra. I take it you'll be going up there to Foos tonight also. It's been pretty great over here. A lot of good times, better than I expected. Thanks for all your mail. I'd like to say cheerio, or g'day, sorry, to Don Jose in Western Australia, RNO at the moment.
The supply, maintenance and the repair of heavy earth-moving equipment and engineer plant is the task of this particular unit at Vung Tau. It's a detachment of the 55 engineer workshops and park squadron. Sapper Dave Neeby here is from Gayndah in Queensland.
Hi, Dad. Hello, family. I hope you're all well at home there. I hope you have a good Christmas. And thanks for all the goodies and mail that I've been receiving. And I'm okay, thanks. Merry Christmas once again.
Sapper Ken Richards' wife and baby daughter are waiting for him in Capella.
How you going, sweetheart? Leanne, hope you're having a good Christmas, like I am. See you in a couple of months. Have a good time in here, sweetheart.
And this is Sabah Graham Williams, who comes from Home Hill.
Well, I guess this is the closest I'm going to have Christmas with you. So don't worry, I'll have next Christmas with you. And all the best, Alan, Mum and Dad, and Pearlie and Snow.
The 1st Australian Field Hospital here at Vung Tau developed from a field ambulance unit occupying tented accommodation to the fully equipped and air-conditioned hospital that it is today. It is staffed by highly skilled doctors, nursing sisters and medical attendants. Also on the staff are members of the Australian Red Cross. This young lady is Lieutenant Patricia York, and she comes from Camp Hill.
I'd like to take this opportunity of saying hello to my family and my friends, wherever you may be at Christmas time. I hope that you're all well. I'm very well. I've been getting my mail, not that I've been writing very much.
Lieutenant Lorraine Potts is from Bald Hills.
Hello, Mum and Dad, Denise, and Raymond and Joan, and all my family and friends. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We're all fine up here. Thanks very much for the mail and the parcels. Merry Christmas.
And this is Captain Pamela West from Innisfail.
Hello, Brian and Kay and young nephews, and all my other friends around the Queensland, from Ashton right down to Brisbane. As you can see, there's a bit of a gale blowing here today, but Merry Christmas to you all, and thanks for the letters.
Superintendent Carolyn Ecott is one of the Red Cross members of the staff of the hospital. She comes from Sherwood.
Hi, Mum, Dad, and Margaret. I saw Gordon the other day, and he sends his love too. We'll both be home for next year's celebrations anyway. I hope this Christmas is a very good one for you, and a very happy one. I give you both all my love.
Private Ron Ailey here is one of the wardsmen at the hospital. He comes from Eckerden.
Hello, Mum, Dad, the brothers, sisters, all my friends, and to the girl Rosalind. Wish you all the best and happy Christmas and a merry happy New Year.
The commanding officer of the 1st Australian Field Hospital here at Vung Tau is Lieutenant Colonel Mike Norton, and he comes from Ingleburn.
At this time of the year, our thoughts from the hospital here go back to our patients we've treated over the past year, and on behalf of all the staff, the doctors and the boys and the sisters who have cared for you fellows back at home, I'd like to say a very happy Christmas to you, and I hope that those of you who are still in hospital will make a speedy recovery and finally get well and be happy with their families again. I would just like to say finally a personal message to my own family. A happy Christmas to Wendy and Philip and Andrew.
This is the Harold Holt Pool. It is located alongside the Peter Badco Club here at Vung Tau. Every couple of months, troops from the task force serving in Phuoc Tuy province get the opportunity to come down here and spend a couple of days relaxing and enjoying these facilities. Are you watching Mrs. Janice Smith from Green Flats in Queensland? You should recognize this young man. Corporal John Smith of 106 Field Workshop.
Hi, darling. Natalie, David, Mum, Dad. I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And to you, honey, keep the letters coming and I'll be home in 14 days. Thank you.
As well as the normal 5 days R&R leave out of country, soldiers serving here in Vietnam are entitled to 5 days rest and convalescent leave here at the R&C Centre in Vung Tau. Here the atmosphere is completely informal. Soldiers come here to relax and forget for a short time the rigours of war. Corporal John Lyon's wife Cheryl and his baby son Stephen are living in Cairns.
Hello, love. How are you? Stevie, wish you Merry Christmas. Both of you. Quite good over here. All's going well. Hope you have a lovely time over there.
The commander of the Australian forces in Vietnam is Major General R.A. Hay. His family reside in the Canberra suburb of Red Hill.
Today is Christmas Day. It's a day when the thoughts of all sailors, soldiers and airmen under my command here in Vietnam turn naturally towards home and their loved ones. That's why I welcome the opportunity today to speak on their behalf, and particularly for those who have not had the opportunity to send a message on this program. Thank you all for the support you have given this force over the past year. The number of gifts and Christmas cakes sent to servicemen other than by their families illustrates this in a most tangible manner. Much of this support comes from the large Australian organisations, churches, industry and commerce. But a significant amount continues to come from individuals at home who have no family ties with the servicemen or servicewomen here in Vietnam. The past year has been both challenging and demanding for the Australian force. The difficulties of service under operational conditions have not lessened in this period, and neither has the importance of the role they are playing. You can be justly proud of the efforts of all members of the force during 1969. The serviceman, because of his ready sense of humour, his respect for the laws and customs of the country, continues to be a fine ambassador for Australia. I can assure you that everything is being done to provide an opportunity for troops to relax when operational needs permit. Again, because of your support, amenities and recreational facilities are of a higher standard than ever provided in an operational area. Despite the long separation of families and loved ones, the morale of the force is high. On behalf of all members of the Australian force in Vietnam, may I wish you all a happy Christmas and an even happier reunion in 1970. And now, if I may, I would like to join those members of my force in Vietnam who have sent personal messages to their families to add a brief personal message to mine. I'm thinking of all of you today. A very happy Christmas to you, Andre dear, and to Robin, Edward and Geoffrey. God bless you all. My fondest love, and I'll see you in a few months. Goodbye.